A very warm hello to everyone, to all the fifth graders. I hope you all are fit and fine at home and doing your studies well at home. Today in this video we are going to discuss chapter number 10, Idgah. First of all, let me tell you, in class also we have discussed that Idgah is a place where all the Muslims went at Eid. Eid is their festival which come after 30 days of fasting known as Ramzan. After 13 days of Ramzan, Eid is celebrated in Muslims. That Ramzan is a fasting month, and they went to Idgah for reading namaz. And afterward, there are different stalls and shops for eating sweets and purchasing goods and toys. Kids and all the youngsters wait for that for the whole year. Eid has become a full 30 days after Ramzan. Now Eid has come after 30 days of Ramzan. The entire village is full of hustle and bustle. Hustle and bustle means there is a movement in the whole town. Like during Diwali days, we celebrate Diwali, so there is a lot of rush in markets. In the same way, hustle and bustle is there in the markets. Preparations to go for the Idgah are in full swing. For preparations for Idgah are in full swing. In full swing means are in full force, they are preparing at highest level. For youngsters, the long awaited day has finally arrived. For this day, youngsters wait for whole year. They jingle the coins in their pockets, take them out to count them and replace them joyfully. What do? They just count, just take out the coins from their pocket, they just count them and they become happy that we are going to celebrate this festival now. With this treasure, they are going to buy the countless things like toys, sweets, bugles, words, and whatnot. With their savings, with those coins, now they just think that they're going to buy sweets, toys, and everything in the market. So, let me introduce to the main characters of this chapter, that is Hamid. Hamid, an old and often Muslim boy who is only 4 to 5 years old. Often means who is not having parents. He lived with his grandmother Amina. Amina is Hamid's grandmother. She just look after him. Hamid's friends are Mahmood, Mohsin, Noor, and Sami. These four went with Hamid to Idgah. The happiest boy of all is Hamid. Now we are talking about Hamid. He is poor, ill-clad, skinny child of 4 or 5. He is just 4 or 5 years old boy. He is very poor. He is not financially stable. Ill-clad means he is having poor clothes, torn clothes. He lives with his old grandmother Amina and is happy as he has always been. He is very happy while living with his grandmother Amina. Hamid runs into the house and tells his grandmother not to worry. Amina heart aches. How she can let her little one go alone? What if he get lost? She cannot go with him. Now the grandmother is too old to accompany Hamid during Idgah. So she is worried. Her heart aches like I can't let my child go alone for the first time. If he lost, then the villagers finally leave for the Idgah. The children running ahead. Hamid is with them. Like the whole village leave for Idgah, all the youngsters. And children were running ahead. Ahead means they were in front. Suddenly they spot the Idgah. There are rows upon the rows of worshippers stretching well beyond the courtyard of the mosque. In Muslims, they just sit in rows simultaneously. They just bend down on their knees and they read namaz. This is a pattern which all Muslims follow. Like in temples, we just remove our chappals, we remove our footwears and we cover our heads. In the same way, they are entering in their mosque and sitting simultaneously. The people from Hamid's village take their place in the back rows after washing their hands and feet. The people of Hamid's village, they just wash their hands and feet and they sit for reading namaz. What a beautiful sight it is, the simultaneously bowing of thousands of heads in prayer. So many worshippers standing erect together, then bowing together, and then sitting on their knees. It is such a beautiful view when thousands of people, hundreds of people come together and they sit on their knees. They read namaz. They just follow the same pattern of bowing and sitting. This is a completely a beautiful scene. The namaz is over. After the namaz is over, people meet and embrace each other. Embrace means hug. After reading the namaz, they hug each other. Then they head for toy shops and sweet shops. And after that, they just started entering into the toy shops and sweet shops. 1 paisa for ride, taking the swing, taking up in the air and hurling down you on the earth. And 1 paisa for 25 rounds of roundabout. Now that poor boy Hamid was only having 3 paisa in his pocket. And he bought that money for purchasing something for his grandmother. And the cost of the toys were very expensive, that a single ride of the swing is of 1 paisa and he can't afford that. What he did, he just stand aside and he just saw his friends enjoying the ride. Mahmoud, Mohsin, Nore and Sami climb on the wooden horses and camels and go round and round joyfully like other kids. All four kids, they were enjoying their rides. They were spending money on the rides, they were enjoying their rides on the wooden camels, and they were having a good time. He cannot afford 1/3 of his precious money on mere about a roundabout. He can't just mere means only. He just can't spend his 1/3 part of his money on these toys or in these swings. He just want to save his precious money to buy something valuable. His friend dismount and run across to the row of toy shop. Mahmoud buys a soldier. Now Mahmoud, one of the friend of Hamid, buy a soldier in khaki uniform. He was wearing a uniform with red turban. Mohsin was another friend. He buy a water carrier. Noore was the third one who buys a lawyer who was wearing a black gown, and they were all the clothes were made up of clay with a gold watch chain. Now all these toys cost 2 paise each, too expensive for Hamid to buy because Hamid was only having 3 paisa. Now each toy costs 2 paisa, so he can't afford to buy those toys. They are only of clay. He tells his friend. What Hamid said, that they are made up of clay, so they are useless. Once they are broke, your money is wasted. One fall and they'll break. If once they'll fall and they will break. Yet he looks at the toys with envious eyes and wants to play with them. Envious eyes means keen eyes. His eyes want them, but he can't afford them. From the toy shop, the boys move to the shops selling mithai. One of the boys buys ravioli and the other buys gulab jamun. Now all these four friends enter into the sweet shop. The second place was sweet shop. So one of them buy ravioli and one of them buy gulab jamun and one of them buy halwa. But still, Habib Hamid was standing alone because he can't afford any of the sweet. He has only 3 paise to spend, but he cannot help his eye keeping on the sweets in the hands of his friends. So today in this class we are going to read only up till here. In up till here we have discussed how Hamid is saving his money. He is saving his money to buy something precious. He doesn't want to waste his money upon the clay toys, on the sweets. So in the next class, we will proceed with the next chapter. We have completed the half chapter. If you have any doubt, you can call me at any time on my personal number and complete your notes, difficult words and word meaning of chapter number 10 Idgah. Thank you, and submit your notebooks by the time.